It's a special Thursday night edition of Southeast Crane and Hoist Friday Night Nets coming your way from Hoover High School tonight. The Buccaneers squaring off against the three-time state 5A defending champs, the Dragons of Wenonah. This is the Wetter Marquis pregame show. Glad to have you along. Doug Ringard alongside my good friend Ryan Brown. Ryan, we talk about a Wenonah basketball program that has won 3 straight state 5A championships. No team has ever done that before in the 5A or the 6A ranks. They're going for 4 straight.
Yeah, it's unprecedented what they have been able to do on the 5A level. Coach Cedric Lane has built a dynasty at Wenonah. They've turned down some really, really good players along the way. But what you said there, 3 straight state championships. And as I mentioned earlier, in football terms, think of what Hoover has done on the 6A level in football. That's what Wenonah has done at the 5A level in basketball. They have been a dynasty. And, you know, you find this in basketball more so than football. They're the best team in the state of Alabama, regardless of classification, and they have been for a couple of years.
No question about it. Something else that is very, very interesting about Wenonah High School is last year they had the Alabama State Player of the Year in Durania Wilson. Of course, as we know, he went on and has played football and basketball at Mississippi State. Well, guess what? This year, this is a Wenonah team that has a chance for the 2nd straight year to have the State Player of the Year in Justin Coleman.
Yeah, that's pretty remarkable, and I think Justin Coleman certainly has put a stake to that claim for Coach Cedric Lane there. He's going to be tough to beat. I mean, again, we mentioned his numbers earlier, averaging 30 points per game, 5 boards, 4 steals. You're going to have to go to have better numbers than Justin Coleman. It's not just that he's putting up great individual numbers. He's doing it on a team that, as we continue to say, is winning state championships and playing at a championship level. So when you look at best player, best team, right now that's Justin Coleman.
Oh, yeah, absolutely no question about it. You know, I talked to Coach Charles Burkett, the head coach for Hoover today, and I asked him about that defensive assignment that's going to be so tough with Justin Coleman, and he's going to put Sam Bowman, one of his junior guards. He said, we're not going to zone. We are just going to go straight up man to man. And he said, we're going to do the best we can against that kid. And I know he's lit it up lately, but that's the game plan for tonight.
That's a gutsy game plan right there, because you can get absolutely scorched for that game plan if Justin Coleman is high. Now, you can look like a genius if it works, but that's a lot of pressure on Sam Bowman. It'll be fascinating to watch that matchup.
Oh, we've got a good one coming your way from Hoover High School tonight. The Bucs and the Dragons of Wenonah. It's a special Thursday night edition of Southeast Crane and Hoist Friday Night Nets. I think it is.
I don't think so.
No, he's, can somebody go out there and just, just ask one of the players. Just walk over. Tell him. I mean, if somebody can just go, which one's Coleman? That's what I did last week with Allison, not Ellison. Allison. Can you go ask which one is Coleman so they can get a shot of him? Just go ask one of the players. Coleman.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 in a row going for 4. Coleman.
Yeah, Justin Coleman. Just ask which one is him we want to get a shot.
I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure. What are we talking about? And welcome back. It is the Wetter Marquis pregame show. We're just seconds away from tip-off as we count down. The Rose game pushed us back just a little bit. Wenonah was a winner in that varsity game between Wenonah and Hoover. And again, we're just seconds away from tip-off in the boys game. And you know, we've been talking so much about the successes of the programs. Hoover, tremendous success in football, very successful last year as well as they advanced to the state quarterfinals before losing pretty deep into the playoffs. And of course, Wenonah going for That many in a row. That many.
Yeah.
You hear of a three-peat. How about a four-peat?
You know, but there comes a lot of pressure comes with that because all of a sudden you've got the target on your back every single game. Everybody wants to be the team to knock Wenonah off their perch, and that happened last Friday night. Parker was able to do that, and they did it in very impressive fashion. 53-36 was the final score in that game. Now, Wenonah's a team that likes to play in the high 60s, low 70s, if not more. So to see them be held to 36, that was a masterful defensive job by Parker there. That may have awakened something in Wenonah because they turned around and beat St. Jude the very next night, 78-66. And they hammered Madison Academy by 25 a couple nights later, 85-60. So they're coming in on a 2-game win streak. But it was just a few nights ago, almost a week ago, where they were held to 36 points and beaten pretty soundly by Parker, 53-36.
Well, you know, 36 points, as you say, for a Wenonah team. This is a Dragon squad that is averaging 71 points per contest. That's the game plan tonight also for Hoover, is to be patient, slow things down, make Wenonah work for those baskets, and not let them get those transition baskets. This is a quick team.
Yeah.
They get up and down the court really quick.
And put that number in perspective, Doug. They scored 36 points. We were just talking about Justin Coleman, whose season average is 30 per game. So they were basically held to just 6 points more than Justin Coleman's season average. So that's the type of defensive effort Hoover will be looking for here tonight. Now, can they replicate that? Well, nobody else has been able to. Parker was the first team to be able to do that all year. So that's a pretty tall task for Hoover to have to replicate that type of defensive pressure.
Absolutely. You see this guy right now? You're going to see him again right now. I don't know how you do it. Inside Southeastern Basketball. Saturday, we've got SEC basketball on our sister station, WTTO.
Inside Southeastern Basketball, presented by the Birmingham Racecourse, airs each Saturday at noon on CW21. Each week, we'll talk about all the action in the Southeastern Conference, including the Alabama Crimson Tide. Anthony Grant is in year 5 in Tuscaloosa. The Tide roster experienced turnover in the offseason with the departure of Trevor Lacey and Devonta Pollard. That has left the scoring pressure on guard Trevor Relaford. Bama will try to make the NCAA tournament for the second time in Grant's tenure in Tuscaloosa. The Tide has been to the postseason in 3 consecutive seasons with 2 NIT trips around that NCAA berth. The Auburn Tigers were the worst team in the SEC last season, so Tony Barbee's club has plenty of room for improvement in 2014. The Tigers had just 3 SEC wins and only 9 wins overall in last season's campaign. One thing the Tigers look to do for the first time in Barbee's tenure is play a postseason game. Auburn was last in the NIT in 2009, and the Tigers haven't seen the NCAA tournament since 2003. The Arkansas Razorbacks have had a slow start in the Mike Anderson era, failing to reach 20 wins or the postseason in the first 2 years. Arkansas had 3 consecutive NCAA tournament trips, starting with the 05-06 season, but they haven't returned to the Big Dance since. The Florida Gators have missed the postseason only one time in the Billy Donovan era, his first season at the helm for the Gators. Florida's current run includes 4 consecutive NCAA tournament trips, including 3 straight Elite 8 berths. In all, Florida has gone to the Sweet 16 or deeper in 7 of Billy Donovan's 17 seasons in Gainesville. Mark Fox is in year 5 as the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs. While in Athens, Fox has led the Dogs to a single postseason trip, the 2011 NCAA tournament, where the Dogs were bounced in round 1. The postseason is a birthright for fans of the Bluegrass, and expectations are no different this season for Kentucky coach John Calipari. The Cats had a disappointing NIT berth last season, while rival Louisville was winning the NCAA tournament. Only once has John Calipari not made the postseason as a head coach. It was in 1989 at UMass, his first year as a collegiate head coach. LSU's Johnny Jones is in year 2 at Baton Rouge. The new Tigers coach had a respectable 19-win season in year 1, but the Tigers were shut out of the postseason. LSU has only been to the NCAA tournament once since their Final Four run under John Brady in 2006. It took 7 seasons in Oxford, but Ole Miss coach Andy Kennedy finally made the NCAA tournament. The Rebs advanced to the round of 32 after an upset of 5-seed Wisconsin. Ole Miss is coming off a school record of 12 wins in SEC play last season. Rick Ray is in year 2 at the helm of the Mississippi State Bulldogs after coming to Starkville from Clemson. The Dogs struggled to find 10 wins in season 1 under Ray, and they haven't been to the NCAA tournament since a one-and-done in 2009. Frank Haith is in year 3 as the head coach of the Missouri Tigers, who are only in year 2 of playing the Southeastern Conference. That first year in the Southeastern Conference led the Tigers to 23 wins and an NCAA berth where they reached the second round. The always intense Frank Martin is in year number 2 as head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks. In year 1, Martin did 2 things he had never done as a head coach. Finished the season with a losing record and missed postseason play. While at Kansas State, Martin went to the NCAA tournament 4 out of 5 years, including an Elite 8 run in the 2010 NCAA tournament. The other Martin that is a head coach in the Southeastern Conference is the head coach at Tennessee, Quanzo Martin, in year number 3 heading the Vols, 19 wins and 20 wins in his first 2 seasons at the helm in Knoxville. Both of those seasons resulted in an NIT berth. Billy Kennedy is in year number 3 as head coach of the Texas A&M Aggies, and like the Missouri Tigers, A&M is in year number 2 of play in the Southeastern Conference. That first trip around the SEC yielded a 17-14 record for Texas A&M, just 7-11 in conference play. Only Billy Donovan has coached in the SEC longer than Venable head coach Kevin Stallings. Stallings is in year 15 in the Music City, which has seen the Commodores consistently reach the NCAA tournament. We'll keep you covered on all the Southeastern Conference basketball action from tip-off through the NCAA tournament on What a Marquee, Inside Southeastern Basketball, presented by the Birmingham Racecourse, each Saturday at noon on CW 21.
Yep. You got the other guy, you got Burkett.
What are you doing here? Keys to the game?
Yeah, we need to do. That is not Burkett. Nope. 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 He is a black gentleman. There he is. Loose Burkett. There he is. Are we doing keys to the game or just? Glad to have you along on this special Thursday night edition of Southeast Crane and Hoist Friday Night Nets. This is the pregame show brought to you by Wenonah Keith. Hi, everyone. Doug Greengard along with Ryan Brown. Delayed just a little bit, just a little bit because of the girls' game, but a great finish. Wenonah, a 2-point winner over the Hoover girls. And tonight, these boys battling for the second time this season. It's gotten to be a great tradition as they've got a home and away.
It really has. You know, as we mentioned, it's good to see. In basketball, it's so much easier for 4A and 5A to compete with 6A. So it's good to see the top level with Hoover playing at the top level in Class 5A with Wenonah. For Hoover, it's really a good standard of where they are because this is a championship-level Wenonah team.
No doubt about it. Cedric Lane, the head coach of the Dragons of Wenonah, as we say, looking for an unprecedented 4th straight state 5A championship. Well, last time I checked, the 3 consecutive wins was unprecedented.
Yeah, so why not go for 4, right?
Right.
They have an excellent chance of doing that. You know, they have just reloaded. You mentioned Derunya Wilson. Most schools, you lose a guy like him to Mississippi State, it takes you a little while to reload. All they do is insert Justin Coleman and get a bigger output from him, and he has been tremendous all year long. Like I say, a chance of back-to-back players of the year.
Charles Burkett over on the other side in his 8th season, 168 and 77. Last year's team, 29 and 5. As Coach Burkett with just 1 returning starter from last year's team, the other injured. We'll get to the ERA King keys to the game here momentarily. We're underway. Hoover in white and Wenonah in gold tonight. And that's Wenonah with the basketball and quick penetration and a quick bucket just like that And heading to the free throw line, guess who? Justin Coleman.
Well, you see real quickly what everybody likes in Justin Coleman.
Coleman averaging 30 points, 5 assists, 4 steals a game. He's pretty good at the free throw line last we checked. 84% he converts the three-point play. And just seconds into this one, the Dragons have jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead.
And it's Justin Coleman. You cannot let this guy heat up. And he's already got 3 points with barely half of a minute off the clock.
Sam Bowman out top. As Hoover trying to be patient. Kwamari Hardy, we just call him Q. And now long range three, knocking it down is Austin Cherry. Second leading scorer, averaging 17 points and shoots 38% from beyond the three-point arc, and we're all tied up at the other end. Cedric McGinnis answers for Wenonah. McGinnis had a 35-point game on Monday night against Madison Academy in that Wenonah Martin Luther King Classic. He's another kid on that Dragon squad who can really light it up.
And that's the thing you cannot do, is concentrate so much on Justin Coleman that you don't pay attention to Cedric McGinnis. He can beat you as well. Again, that's the challenge for Hoover tonight. Now, you see Wenonah in this man-to-man defense. They would like to play that all night. Hoover's going to have to do something to get them out of that man-to-man.
Hardy, that's a three. Off the front of the rim, skying high on the follow. Nice putback by Sam Bowman. Just 5'11", 145 pounds, and he gets up high for the rebound and the putback, and we're all tied at 5. Off the mark is Coleman, and it might be a travel, and it is. Take a look at the Hoover bucket right here.
Well, that's a long-range three from Austin Cherry at 38%. He's the best three-point shooter for the Hoover Buccaneers. And as you mentioned, giving up a little bit of height, Sam Bowman, who we talked about in the open, went up high and got that rebound.
Coleman, beautiful penetration and a chance for his second three-point play of the night already. And we haven't even played 2 minutes.
Well, you see, the big thing there is not the made bucket. The big thing there is that is foul number 2 on Sam Bowman. And we are at the 6:09 mark, and Bowman already has 2 fouls. That's the guy that is going to have to try to check Justin Coleman. But Charles Burkett's got to think about getting him on the bench.
Coleman has 6 of the Dragons' 8 points. We've played 2 minutes here tonight. That's Bowman out on the wing, and now high post Cherry. Nice spin move, and the one-hander can't get it to drop. Good effort down there by Darrell Williams. But here come the Dragons, 3-on-2. Pretty play, and the dunk follow right there to throw that one down is D'Angelo Stafford as he gets the dunk follow, and it's a 10-5 lead right now for the Dragons.
And this is the pace of play that Wenonah would like to have. That last little exchange there. They want this game faster than Hoover does.
Cherry with another three-pointer, and he has a quick 6. We've got a 10-8 game. Look at the quickness from Coleman, and he gets the bounce. He's got 8 points so far tonight. As we say, he's averaging 30 a game.
Just a beautiful floater there. He was in the paint and was giving up a lot of size, but he overcame that with that floater, and it just dropped softly in.
Q Hardy trying to get through the key, and he's fouled on his way.
Well, we're going to get another look at this dunk follow here. McGinnis just barely misses the layup, and nobody put a body on Stafford coming down. Watch him come just completely untouched and able to hammer it home.
Hardy at the free throw line, missing the first. As we say, he is the only active returning starter from last year's team. Leonard Wood was the other, but he was injured during the Christmas break. He is gone for the season. Look how quickly Wenonah gets the ball up the court.
Well, again, that's the pace they want to play, and that's where Coleman is dangerous on the penetration there, drawing the foul.
So Coleman back to the free throw line for the 3rd time already tonight. 84% from the free throw line as Coleman looks for his 9th point of the evening. And we're not even midway through this first quarter. He has gotten off to a very hot start.
Yeah. Again, We were talking about the fact that Hoover has got to figure out a way to slow him down. Well, they have not done that. Justin Coleman is torching them early, and you want to see if Charles Burkett makes some sort of defensive adjustment, because Coleman has 10 of Wenonah's 14.
5-point lead for the visiting Dragons. They won the first meeting between these two schools pretty handily about 2 weeks ago. Hoover trying to even the score. Nice defense there by Stafford, creating the break for the Dragons. And into the hands now of Coleman. Out top, McGinnis penetrates. Off balance, gets it to go. McGinnis, as we say, who lit it up for 35 on Monday night, now has 4. He's averaging 16.
One thing these Wenonah guards are very good at doing on penetration are those high, soft shots over the Hoover post players.
Four-minute mark of this opening quarter. Hardy penetrates left side. Nice move. High off the glass, and he's got the bucket and trims the lead now to 5. Coleman.
Wow.
That's a long-range 3. And Coleman now with 13 of his team's 19.
Well, again, we talked about whatever defensive philosophy you use on Coleman, you got to be willing to change when he torches you. And that seems inevitable right now that Hoover's going to have to decide something else to do.
Nice fake by Cherry. Can't find the mark. Rebound Stafford for the Dragons. And here comes Wenonah. Always pushing the ball at the court. Coleman, tough shot. Oh, beautiful off the glass. And it's a 10-point Dragon lead right now.
My goodness, at Justin Coleman. 15 points for him, and we're barely halfway through the first quarter.
It's an ERA King real estate 11-3 run right now by Wenonah. Hardy, no go. Brown gets the nice follow. Does a good job there on the putback. And the Bucs needed a basket right there. Boy, they were starting to leak oil.
This is the key here. Now Q Hardy has picked up Coleman, and you can see right there Coleman was able to blow right past him, forcing Hardy to get the foul.
I am amazed at the quickness of Justin Coleman, and we saw him play last year. But I got to tell you, he looks a step quicker than he did even last year. The McDonald's All-American candidate has his team up by 8. Back with more in a moment. Good look there at Justin Coleman, who's got 15 of his team's 21 points here tonight. Man, is he quick.
He's about to pick up a brownie point here. Coleman has done so much, but that one, he was a little bit out of control there. Might have even gotten a little foul on the body there. He has got 15 points. We are still not out of the first quarter.
Oh, my goodness. Of course, brownie points brought to you by CMC Recycling. And we got a Inbound violation there, a 5-second call. Wenonah can't get it in the allotted amount of time. And a rare turnover so far tonight for the Dragons. If I'm doing my math, that's only their first.
Good defense there. And it looked for a moment like Wenonah might answer. Now they will a little bit. Coleman with a little bit of backcourt pressure there. Just some token pressure, though.
A couple of standout players on their respective teams. Q Hardy with the basketball for Wenonah. And into the ball game. And boy, he didn't waste any time. Matthew Calhoun, a junior guard, knocks down the three. And a much-needed one for the Bucs as they pull to within 5. And that's going to be a foul on top by Calhoun. And, boy, he's got his hands full, literally, and he had to use his hands on that one.
He did. First of all, here's the 3 Calhoun hits, and Hoover will need some of these to stay in this game pretty quickly, as a matter of fact. But this is the thing. Calhoun is now the 4th Hoover player they've tried on Justin Coleman. He's already forced Sam Bowman to pick up 2 fouls, Q Hardy to pick up a foul. They tried Austin Cherry some. This is number 4, and we're still in the first quarter.
That's McGinnis over on the far side. It'll be interesting to see, Ryan, the different defenses that they try. Nice penetration. McGinnis can't get it to drop. And down with the rebound is Walter McDole, the senior, one of just 2 seniors on this Bucs roster. He's checked into the lineup.
Yeah, you're right about the adjusting. They really haven't adjusted defense, as what they've done is adjust the defender. And I guess if you look at it, you got 20 fouls, so you try to use them all maybe.
That is Maurice Brown as he knocks down a 3. And, wow, we've got ourselves a game now after consecutive 3-point makes by the Bucs of Hoover. It's a 21-19 game.
It looks like Q Hardy. They're going to go to the zone here to see how Coleman reacts to that.
High post, that's William Ellington, and nothing but net for Ellington, and the Dragons back up by 4 as we approach the 1-minute mark here in this opening quarter.
Well, they reacted pretty well to it. You saw Coleman backing it out as they set that zone offense for Wenonah, and he just dumped it right into Ellington, and he made the turnaround.
Hardy backs out, trying to be patient as Coach Burkett instructs his players to work for good shots. Down low, McDole, nice spin move up and off the glass, and it's a 2-point game.
Strong move by Walt McDole. Did not start the game, but off the bench very quickly, making an impact for the Hoover Buccaneers.
We talk about Wenonah wanting it to be a high-paced game, a fast-paced game. They're averaging 71 per contest as the foul there on William Ellington with 22 seconds remaining. And this has been a very high-scoring first quarter.
Yeah, it has. And I'll tell you, the last 2 trips, Hoover has gone to the zone, and it has slowed Justin Coleman down. He's just dumping it into Ellington. And if you're Hoover, you'll take that. You feel like you've got a better shot at stopping Ellington than you do stopping Justin Coleman.
Bucs working for the last shot of the quarter. That's Q Hardy out by half court. And it's time to work. 8 seconds on the clock. Penetrating, Cherry gets the bounce, and he's fouled. And Hoover has a chance to take the lead heading into the second quarter.
And that foul is going to go against Ellington. That's 2 quick fouls on the Wenonah defender.
Beautiful use of the left hand there by Cherry, a 6'2 junior. And indeed, the Buccaneers of Hoover High School have roared back to take a 1-point lead as we head to quarter number 2. Got a good one coming here from Hoover High School. It's a battle of the 5A and the 6A Giants in their respective divisions. Hoover, after round 1 tonight, leading by 1. We'll be back. A popular place to be is in front of the Smile Can, which is brought to you by Children's of Alabama, caring for our children with health care as amazing as their potential. What a great game we've got going on here tonight. Start of the second quarter. Hoover has rallied back on an ERA King Real Estate 8-1 run to take a 1-point lead heading into the second stanza.
Well, you know, it'll be interesting as Wenonah goes back on offense in a moment to see what kind of adjustments they've made to Coleman.
Oh, my. Austin Cherry with his third three-point shot of the night, and it's a 4-point lead for the Bucs.
Hoover's made 5 3-pointers. That's what's keeping them in this game, or giving them the lead.
2-on-1 break. Nice dish goes to Calhoun. And the Buccaneers, who look down and out, as we were early in the first quarter, now up by 6. It's a 13-2 ERA King run, now 13-4.
Though Hoover has the lead by 4, the pace this game is going is more along the lines of what Wenonah would like. Now, Charles Burkett loves the fact that his team is scorching from beyond the arc, but I think you would like to see a little slower pace.
We might go over 100 tonight. That'd be awesome. Hardy penetrates, fouled. He'll head to the free throw line. Looks like Marcus Williams will pick up the personal. They call it instead on McGinnis. And Hardy back to the free throw line. Team's leading scorer, 18 points per contest, 5 assists and 3 steals per game. Really developed as a player for this Hoover Bucs program. Back into the lineup is Cameron Hardrick, junior shooting guard. 6-point game here in the second quarter. Glad to have you along on this chilly or beyond chilly January night. Special edition of Southeast Crane and Hoist Friday Night Nets.
Many of you Alabama fans coming over from Alabama's loss to Florida, watching one of your future players. He just drained a 3. That's Justin Coleman right there.
Coleman, if I'm not mistaken, now 18
that is correct.
Points on the night, and we've got a 3-point game. 18 of his team's 28. As we said, he's averaging 30 per contest. He has gone 40-plus this season 4 times. His career high is 56. This year, he has scored 52 in a game.
You see there just breaking down the defender and a stop and pop, and he does it all, man. He penetrates. He's able to score from beyond the arc. The guy just does everything.
Cherry loses the handle. Up front, it goes to Marcus Williams. He'll take it the distance. And now we've got ourselves a 1-point game. Both teams have extended leads, and respectively, the other team has fought back. And now we've got it nip and tuck here with inside 6 to go, second quarter. Cherry can't keep the magic alive, not on that one at least. His first miss from beyond the 3-point arc.
And we're going to hand out another brownie point right here. Watch this. McGinnis gets it length of the court pass, and Marcus Williams able to just finger roll and lay it in. 4-2.
Wenonah so good in the transition game. Good look there at Cedric Lane in his 10th year as the head coach of the Dragons. The last 3, they've won the state 5A championship. A rare turnover, just the second of the night. Hardy at the other end gets the bucket, and the Hoover lead is back up to 3.
And Q Hardy has 7, and that's a key for Hoover is his scoring.
Back-to-back turnovers, nicely defended there. And we've got a whistle and a foul, but nice defense there. Richardson.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice block. Q Hardy thought he was going to be able to take it to the bucket. Charles Burkett wanted a foul there on the contact. He doesn't get it.
How about that? Darrell Williams gets the bucket. The Bucs lead is up to 5.
All right, another defensive look here from Hoover as they try to defend Justin Coleman.
As Williams comes over, makes some contact there, and picks up the personal foul. Neither team in the bonus situation yet, and the Bucs with a couple of substitutions. As Tavian Roundtree, a freshman guard, number 24, checks into the lineup. And long range, Coleman off the back of the rim. Nice second chance. Richardson, he goes up strong and gets the bucket. 35-32 inside. 5 minutes to go, second quarter. This game's moving along quickly, Ryan
Boy,
Brown.
it is. Again, it's a pace that you would think would favor Wenonah, but Hoover has played well in it because they're draining three-pointers.
Q Hardy knocking down the three, and the lead is back up to 6 for the Bucs of Hoover.
6 made three-pointers for the Hoover Buccaneers, and you look at the fact that they lead this game by 6. They have owned the court from beyond the arc, Cherry and Hardy, and this team is on fire shooting three-pointers.
Something we need to do is talk about the keys to the game, and now they've already started to unveil just a little bit. Wenonah, ironically, interestingly, one of their keys to the game was to defend the Hoover three, and they haven't done it so far.
You can put an X mark next to that one. No check mark for Wenonah there. Hoover has made 6 three-point baskets. It's the reason they have the lead. The other thing they want to do is keep Hoover off the free throw stripe, not allow them to shoot free throws. They've done that okay. Hoover's 4 out of 5 from the free throw stripe, and they want to limit the Hoover second chances and dominate the board. Unfortunately for them, they've limited that because Hoover has made a lot of baskets. For Hoover, they've got to execute offensively. Check mark there. They wanted to get off to a good start. They did that. And they want to keep others in check. By that, we mean the guys other than Justin Coleman. They've done that as well.
Beautiful move. William Ellington takes it to the bucket, the 6'4 senior, and trims the Buccaneer lead to 4. Into the lineup for Hoover, number 14, is Jack Hutchison. You may recognize that name. He's the quarterback on the football team who led the Bucs to the state championship back in December. Front court, Coleman, as he gives a little dribbling display, and a bump right there by Tavian Roundtree. And we're not in the bonus just yet.
But Roundtree is now the 5th Hoover defender to play man-to-man on Justin Coleman and picks up yet another foul. Roundtree has tried it. He's got a foul. Matthew Calhoun has tried it. He's got a foul. You've got Q Hardy with a foul, and Sam Bowman, who started the game, he's got 2 fouls.
Back with more Southeast Crane and Hoist Friday Night Nets. It's a special edition, and is it ever special? Got a good one coming up on Monday night. It's a special edition of Friday Night Nets as we feature once again Wenonah taking on Mountain Brook in the Tip-Off Club Classic. That'll be live from Birmingham Southern's Bill Battle Coliseum. That is a battle between the defending state 5A champs and the defending state 6A champs. It just doesn't get any better than that. This will be a game for the fans. Don't you dare miss it. Monday at 7. Right here on My 68. Coleman, an 84% free throw shooter and a rare miss. They are actually in the bonus, and thus the free throw. Inside 4 to go, and Hoover with a 4-point advantage. The Bucs' biggest lead tonight has been 6. Wenonah has led by as many as 10.
And that lead evaporated when Hoover started having success from beyond the arc.
McDowell fouled on his way to the bucket. It's not bonus yet for the Bucs, so they will inbound underneath the bucket. checking into the lineup for the Dragons is Marcus Williams, averaging 11 points per game, one of the Dragons starters on the season. Pass goes into Brown, and he gets an easy bucket inside. And the Bucs lead back up to 6, tied for the biggest of the lead for them. Tough shot by Cameron Hardrick as he floated through the key and put it up with the right hand.
Hardrick's first bucket of the game. He's picked up a couple of personal fouls that has slowed him down a little bit. He had to head to the bench at the start of the second quarter.
Sorry, Ryan. Trapping press. Nice penetration. Q Hardy to the bucket, and he's fouled. And Hardy is having a big, big night.
Boy, he is. And you see him get fouled, and a little bit of continuation there. Big story there. Foul is on William Ellington, and that is going to be his third personal foul. So you wonder if he's got to head to the bench for Cedric Lane.
Now full court pressure from the Bucs as they enjoy their biggest lead of the game at 7. Almost a walk there by Ellington. Penetration as Williams takes it, can't get it, but nice follow-up down inside there by Raymond Richardson. And there's that trapping pressure once again from the Dragons. Nice use of the left hand. Cherry gets a second chance. And a second chance bucket from Cherry. The lead is back up to 7. Again, tied for the biggest lead of the game.
We mentioned Coleman's got 18. He's been quiet a little bit lately, but Cherry has got 14. Great game for him for Hoover.
Williams with the long board, back out. Coleman off the mark. As you say, he's been a little bit cold the last few minutes, and a foul in the back court as Marcus Williams appears to have picked up the foul, and it is 1-and-1.
You see Cherry with a miss, but he kept fighting and was able to lay it up off. And as I mentioned, Cherry has got 14 points.
Hardy, also the man of the hour, the senior and the only senior who's a returning starter. And a little shoving down there, but off the miss. Here's Coleman. And he ends the cold streak as Coleman knocks down the bucket. And he's got 17. 20. All right, so I'm only off by 3.
It's easy to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, you start getting big numbers and running out of toes and fingers here. Hardy maintains possession back into the hands of Calhoun, and he takes it to the bucket for the Bucs. So sometimes better maybe just to be in the right place at the right time, and that's definitely the case.
But he picked up a foul after the made bucket. So Calhoun will get his second personal foul. You see him, Hugh Hardy did a great job to keep it alive. Calhoun gets the steal and then touched it coming out of the basket, and that's what will be called for the personal foul.
I guess that would be a rule 1 to the kids.
There it is.
Don't touch the ball after the basket.
And that's his second personal, and that's key because he's one of the 4 or 5 guys that Coach Charles Burkett there has used in the rotation. Now you'll see here, ball comes through, and it was in the hands. I believe it was Marcus Williams there in his hands, and he knocked it away. Nothing intentional there, but it's going to be called on the high school level.
And, of course, the reason that they do call it is because a team like Wenonah is going to try to grab that ball out of the net, inbound it as quick as they can and get their transition, and that slows them down from being able to do that.
Absolutely. If you can do anything to slow Wenonah down, that's advantage to you. So that's a rule protecting teams that like to run it like Wenonah.
All right, Ryan Brown, who'd have thunk we'd be approaching really on pace for a 100-point game here tonight.
Well, what's even crazier is if you told me Justin Coleman had 22 first half points, I would say there's no way Hoover's in this game. They've got the lead.
Just absolutely amazing. Coleman, 22 points of his team's 42, and yet the Bucs up by 5. And back to the free throw line, Q Hardy will go.
That is the 4th foul on Ellington. I'm surprised he was still in the game playing with 3 fouls. And now Cedric Lane has got some issues on his hand with Ellington picking up foul number 4.
Hardy makes the front end of the 1-and-1. as Marcus Williams checks into the lineup for the Dragons of Wenonah. Good look there at Ellington, as you mentioned. 4 personal fouls. That is not a good thing for Cedric Lane and his Dragons. Minute and a half to go here in this first half of action, and has it ever been? Coleman, great no-look move. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful move as he faked the defenders and put it up with the right hand.
24 points in this first half for Justin Coleman. Just as we mentioned, he seemed to be quieting down a little bit. He starts to go nuts again.
Cherry can't make another 3. He's already got 3 tonight. 2-on-1 break for the Dragons. Beautiful move. Yes, indeed, Justin Coleman's got 26. And if the McDonald's All-American selection squad is watching tonight, which I doubt, I think he'd be a shoo-in for the team.
You know, it's amazing. The guy averages 30 points per game. He's almost to that average right now in this first half. And you just see he is so fluid, handles the ball so well. He can beat you from the outside. He can drive to the basket. And you see why Anthony Grant wanted him in Alabama. And frankly, they could use his scoring right now in Tuscaloosa.
Early admission would be good.
Yeah.
Austin Cherry misses the first. Good look there at Coleman. As we say, he's got a career high of 56. He scored 52 earlier this year, and he's gone 40-plus 4 times this season. He's almost there tonight.
Let me just say, the 56 is not out of reach right now for him.
By no stretch. We've reached the half-century mark here tonight. 50-46, the Bucs of Hoover in their highest scoring first half, not just of this season, but I don't know how many seasons.
Look how fast Coleman is. Now, he lost the ball there, a little bit sloppy with it.
Round 3. And back to Hardy. Out top, that is Brown. And with 30 seconds left, Wenonah pushing it into the front court. Here's Coleman. Dishes it over to Richardson, and he gets the shot and the bank off the glass.
Charles Burkett wanted the charge. It looked like Richardson might have lowered his shoulder there and made some contact.
This game has not disappointed. It has been every bit billed, and it's lived up to everything it's been billed. Q Hardy with the bucket as the senior extends the lead to 4. Final seconds at the buzzer, and we go to the half, and oh my, what a first half it has been. The Buccaneers of Hoover rallying back from a 10-point deficit at one point. They looked to be down. They definitely were not out. They have led by as much tonight as 7, and now they're up by 4 at the half. And let's go to Ryan Brown. Ryan.
Coach, Justin Coleman had a huge half, but you were able to defend the rest of their roster. How key was that?
Well, it was good. I thought we had a good performance the first half offensively, but obviously we got to do a better job defensively.
Yeah, you mentioned your offense from beyond the arc. You guys are red hot, and that was really the key to the lead.
Well, it gave us an opportunity to stay in, so hopefully we can correct the defensive part this half.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thanks, man.
All right, Coach Burkett and Ryan Brown, thank you. It's halftime. Southeast Crane and Hoist. Friday Night Nets. It's an ever so special edition. Coming up, it's the Mini of Birmingham halftime show. We'll be right back. Welcome back. A special Thursday edition of Southeast Crane and Hoist Friday Night Nets. This is the Mini of Birmingham halftime show, and do we ever have a good one? You know, we talked about this one being a battle between the giants in their divisions. Hoover very successful, not just in football, but in basketball, with a 29-5 record last year, 20 wins for the fourth consecutive season, a very successful program that Coach Burkett has built for the Bucs. And, of course, you know, what can you say about Wenonah High School? Three-time state defending champs. This thing has been every bit the great basketball game that's been built to be.
Again, I'll say, had you told me when we were doing the pregame that Justin Coleman, the future Alabama star, would have 26 points in this first half, I would have said Hoover is in some deep trouble. But they've made three-point baskets, and as Coach Burkett said, that has been the key. But he knows they can't make those the whole game. You're not going to stay that hot from beyond the arc, so they've got to find a way to slow down Justin Coleman.
Absolutely. Of course, this is the Mini of Birmingham halftime show. Now it's time to learn more about one of our sponsors, Mini of Birmingham.
Birmingham with the Mini Coopers, very, very customizable cars. Mini wants their customers to design a car to their specs. If it's different stripes, top graphics, things like that. I mean, they want you to go in and design the car and make it your own. Right now we have some great lease programs, so, you know, parents wanting your kids in something very, very safe going to college might be a great alternative for you. All of them come with 3 years, 36,000 miles of no-charge maintenance. And that covers all your oil changes. It also covers your brakes, your rotors, and any fluid changes that need to be done in that 3 years, 36,000 mile time period. Also, our warranty is 4 years, 50,000 miles as well. That's a bumper to bumper warranty. And we also have some financing options as well, as low as 0.9 up to 72 months. Come visit us at Mini of Birmingham. We're at Grants Mill Road and 459, or you can visit us anytime at miniofbirmingham.com.
Anybody else in double figures for?
No, that's what's crazy. Nobody else has more than 6.
He is just lightning quick.
He's something else, isn't he?
You know what makes it so hard is if he's a shooting guard.
Okay. And then you throw the break.
And welcome back. It is the Mini of Birmingham halftime show, and we have got a thriller going on here at Hoover High School. 52-48. Who would have thought it was going to be this high scoring of a game, especially with Hoover, with their intention of trying to keep the score down a little bit. We knew Wenonah was a high-octane, very powerful offense, but then it has been something else.
Yeah, it certainly has. And let's take a look at the highlights, and you're going to see a lot of Justin Coleman here. Here he is. He had 26 points in the first half. He did it every way imaginable. Penetration game. He was able to shoot from the outside. The quick stop and pop for 3, and did it in the transition game as well. Justin Coleman has been, as advertised, just spectacular with 26 points. Answering for Hoover from beyond the arc was Alston Cherry. He had 15 points in the first half, and Hoover shot 6 of 11 from beyond the arc, 55%. That was a key to their lead, up 52-48, and shooting the threes really is the reason Hoover has this lead. When you shoot 58% from beyond the arc, you're going to do well.
It's amazing. You know, you look at the shooting percentages. Hoover, 68%. Wenonah shot 81% in the first half. We've got him as 21 of 26. Can this pace continue?
You would think not, but the way they played this first half, if we have a replication of that in the second half, this will be a classic game.
You know, we always recognize those students that are doing so well, both in the classroom and in their field of play. They are the Wenonah Keith Scholar Athletes of the Week. Here is this week's Scholar Athlete.
I'm Chris Keith with Wenonah Keith. We're proud to sponsor the Scholar Athlete of the Week on Friday Night Nets. Wenonah Keith wants to recognize outstanding students who work hard not only in their athletic endeavors, but also in the classroom. Here are this week's recipients.
Hoover High School's Ben Hudson Jr. is a valued member of the varsity basketball team while serving as a peer helper and staying active in the Church of the Highlands. His future plans include attending the University of Alabama. Corner High School's Dylan Hand has proven that you can combine athletics and academics and thrive at both by excelling on the field, earning a 4.0 GPA in the classroom, and being involved in his community. Hand is showing that his future is very bright indeed. Keep watching Friday Night Nets and stay tuned for the Wenonah Keith Personal Injury Lawyers Scholar Athlete of the Year. The winner will receive a $3,000 scholarship to the college of his or her choice.
Charles Burkett and his Hoover Bucs looking for their 6th straight win. The last time they lost back on January 9th, and it was to the Dragons of Wenonah. Tonight, as we head into the second half, they are up by 4 on this special edition on a Thursday night of Southeast Crane and Hoist Friday Night Nets. My gosh. I mean, it's like, what do you say? It's just, this is a fabulous basketball game, and you just hope that it continues on this
Well,
pace.
you know, we talked about that last loss that Hoover had, and it was to Wenonah, 89-67. They kind of got run out in that game. And in the pregame, Doug, we talked about this is a measuring stick for Hoover, where the next 5 games, all wins, a fluke, easier competition, or have they improved? And I think you've got to look, measured up against Wenonah, this Hoover team is playing better tonight than they played a week ago. Now, can they do that for the next 16 minutes? That remains to be seen.
Good look there at Cedric Lane, the 10th-year head coach. And as we said, he is looking for the Dragons' 4th consecutive State 5A title. We'll revisit those keys to the game. And I'll tell you what, boy, these coaches know what they're talking about, don't they? Last time I checked.
Give us some great keys.
Yeah. We'll get to those here as soon as we get a chance. Second half, Wenonah has the basketball and trailing by 4. That's Cedric McGinnis, who had 35 points back on Monday night in a 25-point win over Madison Academy. Free inside, and nice defense down there. It looked like it was Darrell Williams who got the rejection, but Wenonah still has the basketball.
Get another look at the block
It was Maurice Brown, actually.
Yeah, Marcus Williams turned around and thought he had a free path to the basket, and Brown came over late to get that block.
Coleman off the mark. We haven't seen that very often. Nice double clutch down there. Powering it up and in is Raymond Richardson, the big 6'4" senior, averaging 9 points and 8 rebounds per game. He does a great job on the offensive boards for the Dragons.
You know, every Coleman takes looks like it's going in. He never takes one that you look at and think, what in the world was he doing there? Everything looks like it's going in.
Cherry fouled on his way to the bucket. Nice look here at Richardson as he muscles it up and in.
The other thing about Coleman is the way he plays defensively, keeps control. That was his first personal foul.
Brown knocking down the three, and that has been the forte tonight for the Bucs. Answering at the other end, getting the bounce is Marcus Williams. The senior guard matches a three at the other end, and we've got ourselves a 2-point game. The pace has continued here in the second half.
Hoover is now 7 of 12 from beyond the arc, and that has been a huge key in them having this 2-point lead.
Hardy to the bucket, score the hoop, and he'll head to the free throw line. Boy, Hardy has played. He's got 19, looking for 20.
And Cedric McGinnis has picked up his third foul there. You see Hardy going strong to the basket, and McGinnis late getting over. That's number 3 on him.
Hugh Hardy, the senior, one of just 2 on this Buccaneer roster, and misses the free throw, can't convert on the 3. The Bucs lead is 4. Their biggest lead of the game tonight has been 6. McGinnis with 3 fouls still in the game. Off the mark is Williams. Hardy front court. Nice pass inside, unable to get it to go is Williams, and it'll be Wenonah basketball.
Was a good look. You're absolutely right. Hugh Hardy did a tremendous job after fighting for that rebound, pushing the ball up quickly and setting that offense. Just could not get the finish to go. Wow.
Bullet pass, but no one was on the receiving end of that one, but that was a bullet pass.
It was. I think they were shocked. I think both the guys there that Justin Coleman was trying to fire the ball to were shocked at how quickly that ball got in there.
That thing was a bullet. Hardy front court, team's leading scorer, to averaging 18 points a game, and he has already exceeded that total here tonight.
Justin Coleman has just picked up his second personal foul. Hoover is running the dribbler off picks, and a couple of the Wenonah players, they almost picked up a foul early in that possession, running through the pick, and Coleman finally did.
Coleman pushing it up court. He's tripped, no call. Here come the Bucs. 3-on-2. Hardy, nice penetration. And there for the follow is Leonard Wood. Check that. Maurice Brown. And that's going to be a foul as Justin Coleman. And time to hand out another brownie point.
All right, here we go. You're going to see Q Hardy on the drive. Almost gets it to go, but nobody puts a body on Maurice Brown. And he's there to get the follow. And Brown's got 12 in this game.
Ellington, and he's fouled but no call as the bodies bump, and it will be the Hoover Bucs basketball. Thought for sure that was a foul on that one.
Ellington is playing with 4 personal fouls. Interesting that Cedric Lane chose to start him in this half.
McGinnis has 3, and Coleman has 2. That's the foul situation for Wenonah. Don't think any Bucs have 3.
They don't, and that's surprising the way this game started. And they picked up some very quick fouls, especially Sam Bowman trying to guard Justin Coleman.
Williams gets whistled for the offensive foul. Nice defense by Raymond Richardson. I don't know. I think that's another brownie point.
I look like a...
Yeah, see? See how influential I am?
I didn't know you could call him like that. I
They're
thought
brought
it was
to you
up
by
me.
CMC Recycling. I can call them when I want them. I have brownie points on demand.
Yeah, when you draw a charge, you get automatic brownie points, no doubt.
Coleman knocks down another one. His first points of the second half, if I'm not mistaken. He's got 28. So he is approaching his season average, and we've only played 3.5 minutes of the second half.
Well, look at him. He lost actually control of the ball on the way up, was able to get it back and make the conversion. And then after this Hoover turnover, Coleman's got it right back in his hands.
Well, you know what makes it so tough about Coleman is he's got the basketball to start every play. It's not like a defense can put two guys on him, or a box and one, and or double team him. He's got the basketball, and that's the key for any player to have success. It's when you get the ball in your hands.
Yeah, and he is so quick. He's able to draw fouls when he penetrates. He is so difficult to adjust to.
Got a good one here. Back with more on this special Thursday night edition of Friday Night Nets. And welcome back. We've got a good one here, Wenonah and Hoover. Man, is it ever a good one. It's the Smile Cam, brought to you by Children's of Alabama, caring for our children with health care as amazing as their potential. Great to have you along here tonight. If you've been watching, you made a good decision. If you just tuned in, you made another good decision, because this is the game of the year. This is fantastic. As Cedric Lane's Wenonah Dragons, the three-time state defending champs, and the Buccaneers of Hoover, and this man, Justin Coleman, who now, I believe, has, 30 points. And
that's his season average.
That's it.
Yep.
And we've still got 12.5 minutes of actual basketball to play here tonight. He's gone 52 this year once. He's gone 56 once in his career. Cherry, score the bucket, and we've got a blocking foul.
Yeah, that's an excellent job by Cherry to go up strong. And you'll see right here, not bad position by Raymond Richardson. That is such a difficult foul to call. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot most of the time. Richardson looked like he had pretty good position, but they whistle the foul on him, and Cherry has a chance at a three-point play.
And his 18th point of the night. And he's got it. 62-57. The Buccaneer lead is 5. Their biggest lead of the game tonight was 7. Front court quickly. Williams. As Maurice Brown picks up his second personal, Williams heads to the free throw line, a 61% free throw shooter. Williams is senior, averaging 11 points per contest. Nice rotation on that free throw. And the next one with a chance to pull the Dragons to within 3. Wenonah in the first quarter led by as many as 10 and looked like they were going to run away with this game. And Hoover came back with a 3-point barrage, and it has been nip and tuck ever since.
Yeah, it was the 3-point barrage, as you call it, that got Hoover back in this game, and then they were able to extend the lead with it as well.
That is Q Hardy trying to penetrate. He'll pull up and unsuccessful, but there is McDowell score the bucket.
And that's it for Ellington. He just fouled out.
McDowell with the second chance opportunity. And that was something that Wenonah talked about in their ERA King threes to the game and not giving the Bucs those second chances. And guess what? So long right now to William Ellington, who has fouled out of this game here tonight. The 6'4" senior who provides plenty of leadership, height, rebounding. They're going to miss him tonight.
Yeah, he had 4 points, but he does so much, as you said, more than that. That is a big loss this early.
Coleman with a loss of the basketball. 3-on-2, Bucs. Cherry, nice pass to Hardy as he gets the bucket. The lead is up to 7, tied for the biggest lead of the game for Hoover. Pretty pass, as that is D'Angelo Stafford off the hands of Justin Coleman. Well done, well done. Been amazing here tonight, Ryan. It seems like every time a team looks like they have a chance to pull away, the other team just comes right back and scores the bucket. Do they score it? Yes, they do.
What a strong
Walter
move.
McDowell with back-to-back buckets down at that end of the floor, and another chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, McDowell, look at this strong move. First of all, he's fighting for position. He doesn't lower his shoulder and draw the foul. That is so key right there. He's got a right to get to the basket, and he did it strong.
Did he ever? McDowell, one of just 2 seniors on this roster. Hardy, the other. Very young team, and the effort there not one of the best, but the Bucs come up with the rebound as Calhoun hauls in the long-range rebound. Another 3, Cherry. Gets the bounce. Thought it was going to go up and over. It went up and it went in, and Cherry's got 23 points tonight, and the Buccaneers of Hoover have their biggest lead of the game. It is 10. Are they still going to score this one?
Yeah, I mean, you see it.
They didn't call it up and over.
It hit the white, never went over the top.
It's an ERA King Real Estate 9-2 run. And okay, as we say that, once again, a bucket from Wenonah, but still a 9-4 run right now for the Bucs of Hoover. And they're up by 8. Cherry, not on that one. Guess who? Walter McDowell. He has been a force for the Buccaneers of Hoover as he has taken charge down low.
McDowell's got 9 coming off the bench. You see Cherry, he's been red hot. That's the worst 3 he's shot, but McDowell on the backside, and Stafford didn't get the body on him.
The lead back up to 10, tied for the biggest lead of the game for either team. As we say, Wenonah had a 10-point lead back in the first quarter, and the Bucs roared back, and now here we are. It's the shoe, so to speak, on the other foot, as the Bucs now lead by 10, 73-63 with 2:55 to go. Hoover has outscored Wenonah 21-15 this quarter. They're on an ERA King Real Estate 11-4 run.
You know, we talked in the early portion of this game the fact that Wenonah averages 71 points per game. And we thought Hoover would like to keep it obviously much less than that and play maybe more of a half-court game. Look at the scoreboard right now. We're not even in the fourth quarter. Hoover's got 73. They are on pace to score 100 points. That's something we did not think we would see here tonight.
I hope we see it. I just hope we do. That's fun. This has been an electrifying night here at Hoover High School. Justin Coleman has been amazing, albeit his pace in the second half has been a bit slower and quieter. Beautiful penetration by Marcus Williams, the senior shooting guard, as the lead is now 8 for the Bucs. Losing the handle is Maurice Brown. 2-on-1 break up to Williams. Pretty pass there from Justin Coleman, who gets the assist. He's averaging 5 a game.
Look how quickly Wenonah can strike. This was a 10-point game just a few moments ago, and all of a sudden now it's 67-73.
As Williams gets the personal foul. Look at the pretty pass. Oh,
that's Justin Coleman, by the way.
Yeah,
we talk so much about his scoring.
Yeah, just another no-look pass. So Marcus Williams picks up the personal. Already tonight, William Ellington is fouled out. Q Hardy, as the Bucs now into the 1-and-1 situation, misses the front end. 6-point game, front court, Coleman. And now Coleman gets it back on the perimeter, and he knocks down the three.
Did you see how quickly he converted that pass into a shot? That's another amazing thing about him, how quickly he releases the ball.
Hardy's going to get called for traveling.
I think they called the foul, yeah. They called the foul. It looked like it was going to be a travel call, but it's going to go against Raymond Richardson. Yeah, that's his third foul.
So we've got some Wenonah players in some foul trouble.
Well, we've already got one fouled out.
Cherry heads to the bench.
We got Marcus Williams with 3, Cedric McGinnis with 3. Ellington's already fouled out. Richardson just picked up his third.
And the Bucs need to make their free throws if they're going to be successful here tonight. Hardy makes the first. The Hoover lead is 4 over Cedric Lame's 3-time state 5A defending champion Dragons. And the second one not as fortunate. 4-point game inside 2 minutes to go here on a special Thursday night edition of Southeast Crane and Hoist, and emphasis on the word special, especially this young man right here, Justin Coleman, the Alabama commitment. Penetration, McGinnis, and he's fouled on his way to the bucket.
Yeah, Walt McDowell will pick up the foul there, and McGinnis will get a chance to shoot some free throws.
It is bonus both ways now. And so McGinnis, a 78% free throw shooter, averaging 16 points per game. As we mentioned, he had 35 points on Monday night against Madison Academy in that 25-point win in the Wenonah Martin Luther King Classic. And this is a young man here who can light it up, and he can put some points on the board in a hurry.
Yeah, only 6 points tonight.
And how about another ERA King real estate scoring run? Wenonah now on a 12-3 run.
Yeah, remember when Hoover seemed like they were taking control and it was a 10-point game? Well, it's down to 2 now.
It has been a game of streaks. Both teams have led by as much as 10 at one point in this game. Wenonah in a trapping zone defense, knocked out of bounds, still Hoover basketball.
Yeah, Wenonah went full court pressure, caught Hoover a little bit by surprise after the free throws there. And Q Hardy got stuck in the backcourt into that trap by himself with McGinnis and Coleman. But Hoover did a nice job reacting to it and getting the ball in the offensive court in time.
Trapping zone defense now from the Dragons of Wenonah. From the left side, off the mark, that was Tavian Roundtree. 2 on 3. Coleman will pull up for the 3, will not connect. But getting it back is McGinnis. Coleman again.
He's just fun to watch dribble, isn't he?
He is electrifying. When the ball is in his hands, you just have this expectation that something good is going to happen. McGinnis has it blocked down there by McDowell.
Now we have a kick ball in the backcourt. Boy, how good has McDowell been off the bench? He got the block there just a few moments ago. He has scored 9 points. It has been a defensive factor for Hoover coming off the bench.
Well, you know, those offensive rebounds that he's gotten that have given second chance opportunities, and he's just been a beast down low. Wenonah has not found a way to neutralize him in this second half. Boy, this is going to be a 10 count right here against the Buccaneers, I've got to think.
Oh, wow.
And boy, to commit a foul when it was about 9.9 seconds, I think.
Yeah, I think Wenonah there might have bailed Hoover out. Wright picks up his first personal foul. But without the foul, Hoover was going to have to hustle to get it across.
Tavian Roundtree, a 5'8" freshman guard. You're looking at the future of Hoover basketball. As we say, just 2 seniors on this roster, Q Hardy and Walter McDowell, and both have pulled rank and pulled weight tonight, man, big time. tough pass and unable to find a handle there is D'Angelo Stafford. That was a tough one for him to try to reach.
A little sloppy there. You know, Coleman had flashed back out on the perimeter. I thought for a second they may kick it back out to him. He would have had a wide open three, but he chose to penetrate and made a sloppy pass.
Hoover free throws tonight, 10 of 19. That could be a very telling statistic as the game progresses.
Well, they'll have plenty of opportunities from the stripe the remainder of this game.
Cherry front court, back of the rim. Rebound comes off. It's McGinnis pushing it up court. Take it the distance. Beautiful play with the left hand as Cedric McGinnis gets the bucket. And we've got a 2-point game, final seconds, third quarter. Beautiful pass up front. Unable to convert down low, though, is Cherry. And we've got a foul with just 1 second remaining. Oh, what a great pass.
It is beautiful. I don't know how this doesn't fall. That ball went in the rim and came out.
As Maurice Brown heads to the free throw line, you see Cherry. He's like, how did that not go in, Ryan Brown?
That's a great question. It was a beautiful pass from Q Hardy, and Cherry thought he had an easy lay-in.
Couldn't ask for a better guy to be at the free throw line. Maurice Brown, 88%, the 6'5 junior. Also the team leader in block shots with 1.5 per contest. Good look there at Charles Burkett, the 8th-year head coach of the Hoover Bucs, looking for his 169th win as the head coach at Hoover. 77 losses during that time. That's an impressive winning percentage. As Maurice Brown knocks down the first, as you'd expect an 88% free throw shooter to do. Needs a bounce and gets it on the second one. That's what we call shooter's touch. 2-point game, 1 second left. And from half court, McGinnis won't get that one. We're on pace to go 100 plus here tonight. Wow, what a game coming your way from Hoover High School. The Bucs up by 2 as we head to the final quarter here on this special edition of Friday Night Nets. We'll be back. Back at Hoover High School, and it's a good one. Hoover up by 2. It's our Smile Cam, brought to you by Children's of Alabama, caring for our children with health care as amazing as their potential. It has been a seesaw battle. Both teams have led by as much as 10 points in this game tonight as we head to the final quarter in a high-scoring battle between these powers in their respective divisions. Wenonah in the 5A and Hoover in the 6A. Hoover has the basketball. That is Q Hardy, trapped and now successfully getting it out. Cherry, contact. Can he get it to go? Score the bucket, and heading to the free throw line with a chance for a 3-point play is Austin Cherry.
You concentrate so much on his outside game, but he goes to the basket strong there. And Stafford with his 3rd personal foul.
Cherry, a 6'2 junior, also the team leader in three-point shooting at 38% on the season. You know, he started the game off knocking down 3 3-pointers. It was really what was clutch for Hoover in getting them back into the game as they faced an early 10-point deficit, and he has played fabulously here tonight.
Boy, he certainly has. After that made free throw, he's got 24 points in the game.
Coleman front court, huge first half. Nice pass right there. He'll get the assist, score the bucket. The foul's going to be on Bowman, and heading to the free throw line is that man right there, Sadiqris Wright.
We concentrate so much on his scoring, and that opens up plays like that where he's able to dish it off the wide open guys. It is only natural. When he penetrates, you've got to collapse down on him. He's so good. And that time it left Wright wide open.
Wright, a senior, 6'3", just averaging 3 points per game and 73% from the free throw line, makes his 9th of 12 free throws this year. Some contact in the backcourt. Hardy gets fouled.
Yeah, Robinson, I believe Devontae Robinson's going to pick up that personal. Actually, they'll call him Marcus Williams.
And so we are in bonus the rest of this half. Wenonah has committed 10 personal fouls. That's double bonus. That means every free throw situation is a 2-point free throw shooting situation.
Hugh Hardy, another guy playing a really good game here. He's got 23 now after that made free throw for Hoover.
Buccaneers 20-plus wins in each of the last 4 seasons, looking for their 21st of the year here tonight against 6 losses. Their lead is 4. They've led by as much as 10, as has Wenonah. And now a zone defense from the Bucs. Far side, Williams. And now inside, score the bucket for Raymond Richardson. No. Do they call travel? They call offensive foul action.
My. Cedric Lane does not like this at all. Let's see. They're going to call him for lowering the shoulder there. You see the call under the basket as he lowers his shoulder and went right into the defender. Richardson's got 4 personals.
So some foul trouble. Cherry front court, score the bucket. Thought he got fouled as well. The Bucs lead is up to 6 as we approach the 7-minute mark. Nice penetration. McGinnis score the bucket. My goodness, has this been a high octane? It's just nonstop. It's like a track meet.
Well, you'll see here, and we'll get a brownie point for McGinnis. They answer so quickly. Just when you think you might have put a foot on their throat, they are able to have such an immediate answer.
83-80, 7 minutes to go. 3-point shot. That one does hit the wire up top. As Cherry, some frustration as you see Charles Burkett, the 8th-year head coach.
I think Charles Burkett thought that was a little too quickly to shoot the 3. You'll be able to get that shot a lot.
Oh, Coleman from way out from beyond the arc. And he's got, what, 38 points tonight. His season high is 52. Getting it back is Sam Bowman, and Bowman puts it up and in. And just like that, every team seems to answer. Coleman penetrate, pass goes out of bounds.
Boy, some of his passes are so good, it catches the offensive player off guard. And you see Coleman there, you cannot sag back. You have got to challenge him outside the arc because he's got tremendous range.
Pass left up in the air, stolen down there as Richardson has it. Oh, nearly a travel on McGinnis. They don't get it. Cherry's got it out front. He'll put it up and in on the transition. The Bucs lead back up to 4. McGinnis, nice pass. And it ends up in the hands of Wright, and he gets the bucket for the Dragons of Wenonah. Hardy, 2-on-1, takes it the distance. Can't get it to drop with the left hand. Here come the Dragons the other way. 3-on-3, Coleman can't get it to go. Another 3, that's Williams. He does get it to go. And Wenonah has taken its first lead, I want to say, since the second quarter.
It's been quite a while that they have trailed in this game, but Hoover has gone cold here.
Cherry, left hand, beautiful play. And a timeout after the bucket as the Buccaneers go back up by 1 with 5:23 to go.
Well, Coleman had just missed the 3, and you see the pass out to Marcus Williams. Beautiful three-pointer, nothing but net for Marcus Williams. And that gave Wenonah the lead, and very quickly, Cherry came back. Nobody cuts him off. Going to the basket, he's able to finger roll it in to give the Bucs the 1-point lead back.
Had a nice conversation with Charles Burkett earlier today, and I said, Coach, give me an analysis. What's going to happen tonight? What do you think? He says, if we play our game, we're going to win this basketball game. Now, have they really played their game? I don't think to a T they have. It's been a higher scoring game than we would expect from a Buccaneer team, but they have done some things very, very well. While Coleman has gone off, they've done a pretty good job containing the rest of the Dragons.
Well, nobody else at halftime had more than 6 points. Justin Coleman had 26. He's got 38 now, but Marcus Williams has heated up a little bit with 16. Cedric McGinnis has had 11. But one thing we talked about in the open was defending the remainder of that Wenonah team. To a certain extent, you know Coleman's going to get his. They've done a pretty good job of that. Williams heating up lately has been the key, though, to right now have Wenonah within 1 here. And that was just one of our ERA King real estate keys to the game. We said keep others in check. The others, everybody not named Justin Coleman.
Absolutely. And I'd have to say about Coleman, has he made the 3? Check. Has he penetrated and dished it off for assist? Check. Has he done everything tonight?
Yes.
Check. Loose ball, and it goes to Williams. He's fouled. He'll head to the free throw line.
Again, that's the thing with Coleman. You concentrate so much on scoring with him, and rightfully so. The guy is a scoring machine, but he does everything well. He rebounds. I mean, he averages 5 boards a game. You look at the guy out there, he's one of the smaller guys on the court. You know what impresses me the most about him, though? And there's a lot to like about this kid. He's played every minute of this game. And this is a fast-paced, up-and-down game. He has not been out of this ball game.
I tell you what, you look at him, he looks like he just finished warm-ups.
I know, look at him. He's fresh.
He doesn't look tired.
Yeah, this kid has not missed a minute of this game. And you look at that score, 90-89, that's indicative of the pace this game has been played.
He's like Ernie Banks, you know, the former Cub. Let's play 2.
Yeah, you get the feeling you could.
Hardy, nice dish inside. Dole shuffled his feet, got away with it a little bit, and the Bucs go back up by 1. Inside 5 to go. Hang on, we're in for a bumpy ride.
Q Hardy now drawing the defense in that zone.
That it is. Unsuccessful from beyond the arc is Williams, and now Hardy and Williams as Hardy brings it across the timeline. Cherry has it stripped away, but guess who gets it? Walter McDole, the senior, who has been a force down low tonight, puts the Bucs up by 3.
13 points for McDole off the bench for the Hoover Buccaneers.
Coleman guarded by Hardy. And even double teamed in that zone. McGinnis, short. Cherry can't grab it, but coming up with it is Calhoun. Front court, back to Hardy. Takes it the distance, got some contact. And I think it's going to be on Raymond Richardson, who actually turned his back while defending. Watch this.
Yeah, they're going to call right. You're right. Richardson had turned his back, and Hardy went into him with a body, but they're going to say right, blocking the shot from behind, picked up that foul.
Hardy at the free throw line, and a crucial make for the Bucs, who have not been highly successful from the stripe here tonight. Good look there at Q Hardy, the senior, 6 foot, 155-pounder, team's leading scorer, and the free throw challenges continue. Almost stolen away there by Calhoun.
Yeah, you would like to see Hardy be a little better free throw shooter, as much as he's going to handle the ball down the stretch. That's an away from the ball foul on Justin Coleman. An interesting call because Hoover had extended their defense. Sam Bowman was well out into the offensive front court, or excuse me, the offensive back court.
Timeout on the court. Excuse me, Ryan. Timeout on the court. Hoover up by 4. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go over 100 tonight. Southeast Crane and Hoist, Friday Night Nets. You want to do this? A special edition of Friday Night Nets coming your way on Monday night. Oh, they don't get much bigger than this, but this one looks like it might be even bigger. Wenonah, the state 5A, three-time defending champs, taking on the state defending 6A champs, Mountain Brook. That's Monday night right here on My 68 at 7 o'clock.
They played earlier this year in the Steel City Invitational. It's actually the third place game. They're at Sanford, 78-76. Mountain Brook won that game, so that should be a tremendous matchup Monday night.
McDowell heading to the free throw line. And I'll tell you, Ryan, free throws have been a sore spot for the Buccaneers here tonight. They're shooting just 59% from the free throw line. And if they would be more successful here tonight, you know, it wouldn't be just a 4-point lead.
What have they missed? 11 now, 12 free throws, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, it looks to be correct.
Yeah, and you just do the simple math. They're up 4, and they've missed 12 free throws.
Whereas Wenonah has made 13 of their 14 free throws.
Yeah, absolutely.
93%. And the woes continue for the Bucs. As hauling in the rebound there is Raymond Richardson. Quickly into the front court is Hardrick. And now Hoover in their man-to-man defense. McGinnis turnaround jumper off the mark. That one should have been a tie ball, but it was not called. Out front, Hardy. He'll take it the distance, get the bucket. The Bucs lead is 6 with 3 minutes to go.
Key possessions here for Wenonah now. And they get a foul. McGinnis penetrates. We'll see the last basket from Q Hardy. See, McGinnis had penetrated. He's got to kick that back out to Coleman. Let your best player make the play. And then once the ball was batted away, easy out to Q Hardy, and he was uncontested.
Matthew Calhoun picks up the personal. That sends McGinnis to the free throw line, a 78% free throw shooter, and a rare miss tonight. Just the second miss from the free throw line for the Dragons of Wenonah, who were 13 of 14 prior to that. And he misses them both.
Wow.
Clutch free throw opportunity, but a steal. That's back to Williams, and he takes it in for the bucket. Big steal, big basket, 4-point game.
And now full court pressure, so Hoover is going to have to handle the ball.
Cherry tries to cross over, and he is fouled down there as the big guy Richardson picks up the personal.
And that's a good foul. It's 5th foul by Richardson. But you cannot allow Cherry an uncontested free throw there. You see the last basket as Richardson has fouled out. But Doug, in that situation, you are down 4 here. You can't allow Cherry to make that free throw, or excuse me, make that layup. You've got to make him earn it at the free throw stripe. That's the right thing to do for Richardson, even though he fouled out.
So 2 Wenonah players have fouled out tonight, Raymond Richardson and much earlier, William Ellington. And now at the free throw line, Austin Cherry, who started off with a 3-point barrage and has paced this Buccaneer team here tonight. But again, the free throw challenges continue for Charles Burkett and his Hoover squad.
That was a tired-looking free throw attempt there from Cherry. Short-armed it a little bit.
That one is good. The lead back up to 5. The Bucs have led by as much as 10 here tonight as we're coming up on 2.5 to go. Stripped by Cherry. He'll take it the distance, and they'll call him for an offensive foul. No basket. Wave the basket as Cherry gets called for the offensive foul.
McGinnis drew the charge. We'll see on replay. I think it's a good call. It's so hard to call this. I think his feet were set there at the last minute.
Nice penetration. Coleman dishes it off to Williams, and he gets the bucket. And quickly, a timeout for the Dragons of Wenonah. 3-point game. 2:24 to go. We're getting ready to go into the century mark on this one.
Just quickly after that called charge, the inbound, and you see how quickly Coleman is down, dishing off to Williams. And Williams gets the lay-in to make this a 3-point game. Now there's Cedric Lane in his huddle. You've got to think, because Hoover will inbound the ball coming out of this timeout. They've already gone to the full-court pressure game. Let's see if he makes some changes and shows them a look they have not seen in this pressure to try to get a quick turnover, cut the lead to 1, maybe even tie the game. And if you're Charles Burkett, you're preaching ball security here. Make sure you make crisp passes. Don't try anything stupid here.
And, of course, what you describe is textbook Hoover basketball when they're doing it well.
It is. It is. Now, they're not normally in a 97-94 game either, though. This is full-court man-to-man pressure. They've been using the traps, and we just lost power momentarily. It has quickly kicked back on, but the officials are going to stop things.
Well, you know, I have said on at least one occasion, and we've got a few lights that aren't out. Now they're coming back on. This game has been electrifying.
Well, yeah, has been.
Has it not? So, you know, it only makes sense to maybe to have a power surge or something of that nature.
They're going to the man-to-man trap, and there's the turnover.
There it is, stolen by Williams, and he takes it in for the bucket. It's a 1-point game. And now Calhoun breaks the pressure into the front court. Cherry for 3, off the front of the rim.
That was a quick shot. Cherry did have an open look, but that was a very quick trigger for him.
Wenonah has led only once in the second half. Coleman comes up short. Hardy the rebound for Hoover. And Q, maybe I can put the headset on him. He almost came right where we are here. He can finish the broadcast.
Yeah, he turned it over,
the Bucs need him more than we do.
Yeah, I would say so. You see the quick steal there. They went to that man-to-man pressure with a trap. Great anticipation by Marcus Williams to get the steal and lay it in. And now all of a sudden, Wenonah can take the lead here.
Coleman, the McDonald's All-American candidate, gives it to McGinnis. Nice dish to right. Oh, great defense by Darrell Williams. Here come the Bucs. In the middle, it's Calhoun. Can't get it to go. Here come Wenonah the other direction. Coleman in the middle. Beautiful dish off to Williams. He gets the bucket, and it's a 1-point Wenonah lead. What a game. Got some contact down there, and it's going to be a blocking foul as Cherry picks up the foul, or he causes the foul, I should say.
You see there is very close to a block there. Coleman gets the rebound, and on the other end, what a beautiful pass off to Marcus Williams, who lays it in, and Williams has got 26 points. We talked about 38 from Coleman. That 26, the difference in the game right now for Wenonah.
Hoover just 55% from the free throw line here tonight.
That's a pretty big key, too.
And they're a big free throw from Austin Cherry, the 6'2 junior. They're all very important at this point for Charles Burkett and his Buccaneer squad, looking for their 21st win and looking for, I guess, a bit of payback for a one-sided loss at Wenonah just about 2 weeks ago.
Now
90.
Hoover.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
Well, Hoover is going to call the timeout here after the made free throw. And again, Charles Burkett will see what defense they come out in. Do they choose to use some full-court pressure here, or is he setting up his half-court defense up by one to try to avoid a easy shot or a penetration from Coleman?
Now, here's what I want to see. When the scoreboard goes six figures or, triple digits, what do we go back to zero?
It's going to go to zeros here.
Back to zero. We're not set up here for a game that goes into the hundreds, are we?
Yeah. Now, when you talk about Hoover basketball, they're not accustomed to scoring in the hundreds, so it's going to go to the zeros. And we're about to hit the century mark and see what happens there.
Man, oh man, I'll tell you, this has been a fabulous game here tonight. Everything we could have hoped for and more.
Yeah, I mean, it has delivered everything we had heard about what kind of player Justin Coleman was. He has 100% delivered, 38 points out of him.
Amazingly, 26 of those came in the first half.
Yeah.
Final minute of action coming your way from Hoover. That is, unless we go overtime, 1 point lead right now for the Buccaneers, and the Dragons of Wenonah working down the clock, working for a good bucket. That's Justin Coleman, guarded by Q Hardy. Long ranger.
Wow.
Hardrick knocks down the three. Cameron Hardrick gets his 21st three-point make of the year. He's shooting 35% from beyond the arc. That was a big one.
First made three of the game for him. And the players thought a timeout had been called. They've gone to the bench, and the officials are bringing them back out. You see the replay of the three. What a huge shot, and it's all Justin Coleman. Two players collapsed on him, and he fires it back out for the open three for Hardrick.
101-99 Wenonah on an ERA King Real Estate 11-3 run. Final 30 seconds of this game here tonight. The 6A Bucs against the 5A Dragons, the three-time state defending champs. Patient the Bucs are. Hardy, 15 seconds remaining.
Timeout coming from Hoover. They are out of kilter right now. Charles Burkett looked like he was telling his team to hold it for one shot. And once the ball got back out to Q Hardy, he was a little unclear what to do. So Charles Burkett is going to call a timeout. And here's the key. We'll see what they do out of the timeout. With 12.2 to go, do you try to score quickly, or do you hold this for one shot, play for overtime, or for the ultimate win?
Well, you know, what do you got to lose at this point? You have everything to gain if you can get that bucket. The thing here is they've got to get that shot off with, if it's a miss, that they have a chance for a putback.
Oh, absolutely.
So you can't go down just to the last second because that eliminates that possibility.
Yeah.
So I would say work for the best shot they can as quickly as possible. Think about it. A 2 ties it. A 3 could win it.
I'm not going to be surprised, though, if they don't try to run a play to score quickly and then go to their full-court pressure package and force Wenonah to work it up, maybe even create a turnover and get the win here. Obviously, the other option is what you're talking about. You run the clock down to about 5, take the shot so you've got time for the putback if it is a miss. And if it's a make, you've probably only got 2-3 seconds, and Wenonah's got to go full court at that point.
Could not have asked for a better basketball game. 101-99.
Hugh Hardy's got 27. Cherry's got 33. Those should be the guys taking the shot here.
8 seconds, 7 seconds. Hardy's got the basketball, guarded by Coleman. They don't look to be in a hurry. Cherry, tough shot. Can't get it to go, and it's all over. It is all over here at Hoover High School. Wenonah comes back from 10 points down in the second half behind a huge performance from Justin Coleman. That man right there, and the defending state 5A champs, the 3-time defending champs, pull out a 2-point win here tonight for a season sweep over the Buccaneers.
What a spectacular basketball game these two teams played here tonight. Neither should hang their head, but you see now why Wenonah is the 3-time defending champion.
We're not done yet. We're going to pass out some trophies here tonight. It's the Wenonah Keefe postgame show. 101-99 Wenonah over Hoover. Stick around, everyone. Good. Yeah, do you have total points? You good? Okay. He probably was close to 10 assists. I mean, we don't have a total on him. Yeah, I mean, I got to think, unofficially a double-double. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what's our out time? What do we got here? Are we just say goodnight whenever we're done? All right, sounds good. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. 9:30, not bad considering when we started. Welcome back, everyone. It's the Wenonah Keith post-game show here on Southeast Crane and Hoist. Friday Night Nets, a special, and we do emphasize very special Thursday night edition of the broadcast. What a game here tonight. When was the last time you heard of a high school team, Ryan Brown, scoring 99 points and losing? But that's exactly what happened to Hoover tonight.
Well, in large part because of this young man standing to my left, Justin Coleman, who is our player of the game. Congratulations, Justin. What a game by you tonight.
I just played to win, really. My teammates helped me up.
Double-double, 38 points, 10 assists. What was the key in you starting so as hot as you did at the start of this game?
First, I just started off attacking so I can get my shooters in the game, get my shooters open shots, so that's what I did.
You guys had to fight back a couple of times from a deep hole. How key was keeping your composure with this rowdy crowd and the way Hoover was playing?
Combined.
We've been through this a lot of times, so, we know how to keep our composure.
Justin, congratulations. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
He's our player of the game, and now Coach Cedric Lane. Coach, I'll ask you the same thing. It looked like a couple times your team was in a pretty big hole there. It did seem like they kept their composure.
Yeah, they kept the composure and fought their way out. We're used to being down and coming back from deficit, so our guys are pretty poised.
When you're a three-time defending state champion, you get everybody's best shot. What do you learn about your team in a game that is played the way this one was tonight?
Well, sometimes they just refuse to lose, and they gave all they had tonight. And to beat a good Hoover team that really came to play tonight, it says a lot about, what our guys stepped up and did.
Justin Coleman, so huge for you. 38 points tonight. And honestly, with 26 at the half, 38 is not as big a number. Some of those other guys were able to chip in as well.
Yeah, second half, he started us off. And the second half, a lot of guys stepped up and made plays when they needed to. So it was a great overall team effort.
Coach, congratulations on the win. And we've got a trophy for you and for the team tonight, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Ryan Brown, thank you very much. Congratulations to Cedric Lane and his Wenonah Dragons, notching their 22nd win of the season and a season sweep over the Buccaneers of Hoover. These two teams tonight combining for 111 field goal attempts. Do the math on that one. It's a field goal every 17.2 seconds. Was it a basketball game or was it a track meet? I think it was a little bit of both. 101-99, the Dragons of Wenonah with a nail-biting win tonight over the Buccaneers of Hoover at Hoover High School. We want to thank you for joining us and remind you our next broadcast is coming up on Monday night. It's a big one. We'll have the Dragons of Wenonah once again as they square off against the defending state 6A champions of Mountain Brook. That one's coming your way Monday night at 7 o'clock. For Ryan Brown and the rest of our Friday Night Nets crew, we want to thank you for joining us here tonight. Once again, the final from Hoover High School, 101-99.
School basketball at its best. And remember, if and when you need legal representation, call the law offices of Wenonah Keith, because your case matters.